I'm Fernandez from Marina. I'm going to talk about a bunch of different ways you can get into boating: renting a boat, joining a boating club, buying a boat. So those are kind of the three most popular. We advise everybody who's going to be on the water to get some training before you actually get on the water, and that can be through online videos. That could be through your state boating certification process. So we're in New Jersey, and New Jersey has a pretty extensive either in-person or online boating course. We're going to spend about 6 hours doing bookwork about boating, which teaches you rules of the road, proper etiquette, a whole bunch of safety information, which you really do need when you're going on the water, because again, it's completely different than being on land or driving a car. The next thing is you might try to seek out some hands-on training on the water. Now you might be fortunate enough to have a friend that will do this with you, or somebody at work that has a boat, or someone that might be willing to give you a hand and get you behind the wheel, but it's really important to be behind the wheel. Some people provide that training. We do at Bridge Marina. We provide some hands-on on-water training for those that don't own a boat, aren't in the club, and don't rent. Now you may spend some money to go out and do that training, but it is priceless when you decide to get on the water. When you're comfortable and safe driving a boat, it makes it so much more fun for you and your family. So we really emphasize getting some hands-on training when it's time to go drive a boat. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was our Become a Boater program, which is a unique program just to Bridge Marina, probably the only place you're going to find it in the United States. And the concept behind this is we really wanted to take those folks that didn't know anything about boating but really wanted to get involved and get them from point one into boating. And that first point is basically getting your boater certification or learning some of those fundamentals. So we will bring you to the right place to help you get your boater certificate and coach you through that, as well as put you on the water in a boat with one of our professional trainers to teach you the basics of safety and of operation so you are comfortable in driving a boat. Through this process, we're going to give you one-on-one consultative training in regards to what might be the best fit for you today, like what's your best way to get into boating. And then when you're all done, we actually give you a bunch of coupons to use with us so that really it doesn't cost you anything to go through this training program. The Become a Boater program is a concept to help you, if you're a brand new boater, figure out what's the best path for you, as well as get that first part of training you need to get some comfort on the water. Unique program. We only do it here at Bridge Marina. You do it at any one of our locations. We're here to train you into becoming a boater. It's super unique. So when you think about the easiest way to go, it's going to be renting a boat. There's really no commitment with it. So, you can try it out and see if it's a fit at all, and end of the day, you go home. When you're going to rent a boat, be very aware of the company you're renting from as well as what they're renting you. As example, we rent triple pontoons, and triple pontoons are very safe, robust pontoon boats with 3 pontoons underneath them. That makes sure you can take the adequate amount of people on it and it's safe on the waters you're going on. We like also to make sure that you have a very thorough upfront training every time you go out. You want to make sure whatever rental company you use does that, as well as all the safety equipment on the boat. Boat rentals may also be great for you and your family of how you want to access the water, because you only have to go out a couple times a year, and it makes sense, and there's no commitment. Maybe you don't know what your family wants to do. Maybe you don't have enough time with a busy schedule to commit to a boating club or owning a boat. Boat rental is perfect. You want to go 2, 3, maybe 4 times a year. If you want to travel to different places and really have zero commitment, a boat rental is great. But I can't emphasize enough, training is really important. Understanding how to drive that boat. You want to make sure whatever rental company you use does that, as well as all the safety equipment on the boat. On our boats, we make sure they all have VHF for radios, as well as GPS, charts, depth finders, again, all the safety equipment, and then personnel before you leave to train you. So our dock hands will train you how to use that boat safely, where to go, and all our rental boats are 1 or 2 year old, really beautiful boats that you feel comfortable, safe, and confident on the water with. A boating club is where you're going to join a club. So this is a private entity that manages a fleet of boats and hopefully a bunch of equipment that you and your family get to use on a reoccurring basis. Now the boating club is great because it gives you access to, grander or better boats, as well as a grander or better experience, because when you have a trust factor of the boat club, you get to use the boats more widely. You get to do more things with them, maybe water sports and more fishing, and go further and faster. So boating club's a great fit if you are a little more committed to get into boating. And by committed, I mean time-wise. You can still be a brand new boater and join a boating club, because most boating clubs, especially those that are really concerned with safety, will give you a significant amount of training when you join. So if you're a new boater, they may help you get through your boating certificate or your boating course so you can have all your certification for the state you live in. And then they're going to hopefully put you behind the wheel of boats and do some hands-on training to really get you comfortable with how to operate that boat safely, comfortably, and on the water body that you plan to go boating on. And with that, the boating club provides a really great opportunity for new boaters and existing boaters to learn so much about how to drive a boat and how to handle it safely. So the boating club gives you this great opportunity to really, again, shortcut tons of your personal time that you would have spent trying to figure out how to boat. They will help you do that. So boating club's a great fit for somebody who wants to get into boating, wants to learn a lot, and maybe doesn't want to go through the trials and tribulations of ownership, where you'd have to find that out on your own. So when choosing a boat club, you want to make sure that the boat club has a variety opportunity for you. So at Bridge Marina, the way we manage it is all your boating reservations are done online. You have private access to make your own reservations for the boat. And so you'll go online, you'll choose the boat you want. Maybe it's a triple tune or a center console or bow rider or ski boat, something that you're going to want to use for the day. You pick the day and the time, you show up, and when you get there, be comfortable that the boat has all the safety equipment on it. You can choose additional life jackets for you, your children, or your family members to make sure you're comfortable. We have all the sporting equipment for you, tubes and wakeboards and skis, and the dock hands will help you choose that. And then be comfortable that the boat you're on will have GPS, VHF, depth finders, Bluetooth stereos, everything you need for that day to be comfortable and safe. When it's time to depart from the dock, your dock hand will go through a checkout list, basically to make sure you know where all that safety equipment is, know where you're going for the day. May go over some charts just to make sure you're really safe and comfortable for your boat trip on that day, and then help you get out on the water. The boating club's a fabulous solution for everybody that doesn't want to own but really wants all the value of ownership and all that experience without any of the work. And then of course, for those who want to own, we do have our new and pre-owned boat sales that could be a great fit for you, especially when you use our consultants to help figure out what's the best route for you. Owning a boat's a great opportunity. It really is a wonderful way to get on the water and spend time with family and friends, but owning a boat is good for folks that are comfortable with the cost of owning a boat. That understand not only the ownership side costs money, but taking care of it, slipping, and there's all a cost there. It's also great for folks that understand they're going to use the boat a lot and they're going to use it on their own schedule and take it where they want to. That's a great fit for a boat owner. If you're not sure how much you're going to use a boat or where you're going to take it or what kind of boat you really want, it's not a great idea to buy a boat yet. You need to do some more research, figure it out a little bit more to make sure that you ultimately, if you bought one, you bought the right boat for you. We find often that folks get into boating and think they're going to go out every day, and that may not be the case. So be realistic about how often you're going to go out in that boat. And I'd say, one of the biggest things we see is that folks have, a vision of what they want as a boat, and that's what they're going to try to buy, rather than a vision of what they want to do with a boat, and then letting somebody like us, again, professionals that understand what boat might fit your desires, help choose that boat for you. Very often we have folks that come in that always had an idea of owning a 23-foot center console to go fishing, and they don't acknowledge the fact that they've got a family of 10 that they want to go out on the boat with, and they're going to use it most of the time for entertaining, and that boat isn't the right fit. So I'd say the biggest problem we see is that folks don't have the right alignment between their needs and the boat they're looking at, and that could be a big mistake. And then budget. So budget's always a hard question for folks to get through, but it's really important you share that with the folks that are helping you buy that boat, as well as being objective on your own, because boats can be expensive, and it's not just the initial acquisition cost of buying that boat that's expensive. It's the ongoing maintenance or care, or where you're going to put that boat. So be aware of size of boat, age of boat, type of horsepower, where you might be using it, so that when you finally go and buy that boat, you've done most of the diligence or hard work to understand that you're buying the right boat for you and your family. If you've never fished a day in your life, it might not be a good idea to go buy a fishing boat. Ask your family what they want to do. Ask how often they may want to go out. So you also want to understand whether you're going to be truly trailering that boat or keeping it at a marina. We find often when folks are first getting into boating, they have this idea that they're going to trailer the boat all over the place, which is a great idea and it's a lot of fun, and I don't knock trailering. I just want to make sure you're aware of the investment in trailering a boat. You'll need to make sure you have the proper tow vehicle for that. So if you and your family need a 23-foot boat that you want to go do water sports on, that's going to be a pretty large and heavy boat that's going to need a larger tow vehicle. And if you don't have that, you have to contemplate not only buying the boat, but buying a tow vehicle to move it around. Those who tow a boat don't use it as much as those who keep it at a marina. So one of the things Bridge Marina does when you are considering buying a boat, or if you come in to buy a boat from us, is we're going to ask you a lot of questions. And it's not we're trying to pry or being annoying or anything like that. We just want to really know a lot about you and your family and how you foresee using a boat or going boating. You know, it's a unique way that we sort of put together a bunch of inquiries about what you're going to use the boat for, how many people are going to go out with you. And what we really want to understand is every way you foresee using that boat, so that when we finally make a suggestion of the type of boat or boats that might fit you and your family and your desires, we're really honing in on what you need. Not what we want to sell, but what you need to fulfill all those desires. So it's a unique thing we do at Bridge Marina. I suggest if you're ever going any place to look at a boat that you make sure they're asking you the questions to make sure the boat fits your needs, not what that person or what we want to sell. Please feel free to reach out to one of our representatives, either in person or over the phone or online. I want to remind you that our job is really to consult and try to figure out what is the right fit for you and your family. That could be whether you join our Become a Boater program to learn how to boat, to get some training, and then decide which way you want to go. Whether you want to just do a rental or join a boating club or buy a boat, we're going to take a lot of time and ask you a lot of questions, but I want you to realize those questions that we're going to ask are really here to try to figure out the best fit for you. And that may even be not doing anything with us. But we really want to just figure out what's the best fit for you and your family to make sure you don't go down the wrong path. So feel free to reach out to us, again, on our website, over the phone, or in person. We'd be glad to try to help you find out the best program for you. We look forward to getting you on the water.